Kami yung reporter number 9 from BSIE 2C. And yung topic na naka-assign sa amin is Wronskian. So ano nga ba yung Wronskian? Wronskian is used in the study of differential equations where it can sometimes show linear independence in a set of solutions. So, di ba yung subject natin ngayon is differential equations? So, kailangan talaga natin ito pag-aralan. Tapos, next natin is Wronskian is a determinant introduced by Joseph Hon Wronski back in 1812 and is named after him by Thomas More, a Scottish mathematician, in 1882. So, yung Wronskian is being used way back in 1812. So, gano'n nakatagal yun, di ba? So, mula noon hanggang ngayon, subok na yung Wronskian. Kaya, it is worth it talaga na matutunan natin to. So, proceed na tayo sa equation or yung formula ni Wronskian.
So, bali dito, i-explain ko kung ano nga ba itong Wronskian at kung paano siya isolve. Madali lang to kaya sana pakinggan nyo at unawain. Sabi dito, let y sub 1, y sub 2, to y sub n be any n functions on the interval x is greater than or equal to a but less than or equal to b. Each possesses at least n minus 1 derivatives. Paano natin ngayon siya isa-solve? Gagamit tayo ngayon ng tinatawag na determinant matrix. Bali, eto siya. So, yung function ng w which is y sub 1, y sub 2 to y sub n is equal to y sub 1, y sub 2, y sub n, then y sub 1 prime, y sub 2 prime to y sub n prime, hanggang y sub 1 n minus 1 prime, y sub 2 n minus 1 prime, and y sub n n minus 1 prime. Bali, gagawin lang natin is ilalagay lahat ng equations, then ide-derive siya gamit ang n minus 1. Halimbawa, if may given na tatlong function, bali 3 minus 1, so dalawang beses lang natin siya ide-derive ngayon. So, ito yon. If the value of Wronskian is not equal to 0, then the functions y sub 1, y sub 2, and y sub n are linearly independent. So di ba ito? Ilalagay natin yung buong equation hanggang halimbawa pag tatlo ilalagay natin siyang lahat dito. Then ide-derive natin yon ng ilang beses minus 1. So ito yung halimbawa, may tatlo tayong equation. So yung tatlong equation na yun is ide-derive natin siya ng dalawang beses. Ito yon. Then sinabi dito na if yung makukuha nating sagot sa function na given is not equal to 0, then it is linearly independent. Yan. Next. Di ba sinabi ko kanina na yung ginagamit nating way is yung determinant matrix. So, eto bibigay ko yung parang simple trick kung paano nga ba siya sinosolve. Halimbawa, may given tayong dalawang function which is f sub 1 and f sub 2. So, paano natin siya isosolve? Paano natin isosolve yung Wronskian niya? Una, lalagay natin yung dalawang equation, f sub 1 and f sub 2. Then, ide-derive natin siya ng isang beses kasi nga, dalawang function na given. So, n minus 1 is 1. So, ito yung f1 prime and f2 prime. Then, anong next natin gagawin ngayon? Ang next natin gagawin is solve na natin value ng Wronskian, which is etong f sub 1 times f sub 2 prime. Ayan. F sub 1 times f sub 2 prime minus f sub 2 times f sub 1 prime. Then, let's solve f sub 2 times f sub 1 prime. Then, solve na natin siya ngayon, which is, yun na yung makukuha nating value ng Wronskian niya ngayon. So, paano naman ngayon pag yung given function is tatlo o higit pa? So, ganito ang method na gagamitin natin. Halimbawa, ang given function is f1 f sub 1, f sub 2, and f sub 3. So, tatlong function. Then, gagawin natin determinant matrix niya. So, input natin yung f sub 1, f sub 2, f sub 3 hanggang, then ide-derive natin siya ng hanggang second derivative. Bakit second derivative? Kasi nga, n minus 1 derivative. N natin is 3. So, 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. Then, copy natin ngayon yung f sub 1, f sub 2, hanggang f sub 2 double prime. Ayan. So, meron na tayong determinant matrix ngayon. Then, let us solve for the value of the Wronskian. So, first is, eto. Lagay ko na lang muna lahat. Eto. Which is, pag multiply natin sila, f sub 1, f sub 2 prime times f sub 3 double prime. Next is, eto. F sub 2 times f sub 3 prime times f sub 1 double prime. And last is yung f sub 3 times f sub 1 prime times f sub 2 double prime. So, meron na tayo yung pababa. So, ano na next natin ngayon? Meron na tayo netong pababa, and next naman natin kukunin is yung pataas naman na. Then, etong f sub 1 times f sub 2 prime times f sub 3 minus f sub 1 double prime, f sub 2 prime times f sub 3. Next is f sub 2 double prime, f sub 3 prime, and f sub 1. Lagay natin f sub 2 double prime, f sub 3 times f sub 1. And lastly, yung f sub 3 double prime, f sub 1 prime times f sub 2. So, ayan na siya, lalagay natin. Then, we can now solve for the value of the Wronskian. Bali, ang technique lang is eto, eto, at eto, then eto, eto, and lastly eto. So, meron na tayong, pag nailagay natin lahat ng equation is, pwede na nating isolve yung value ng Wronskian. So ngayon, alam na natin kung paano kunin yung value ng Wronskian. First is, identify natin kung ilang function yung given. Then, ilalagay natin siya sa determinant matrix. Then, after ilagay sa determinant matrix, isosolve natin yung derivative ng bawat function. Kung ilan yung function na given is ide-derive natin siya minus 1. So, halimbawa, ang given function is 3. So, ide-derive natin siya ngayon ng 2 beses lang. So ngayon alam na natin, mag-try tayo ng example. Find the Wronskian of the following. Number 1, sine 3x, cosine 3x. Number 2, e raised to t, e raised to negative 2t, and e raised to 3t. Number 3, x, 3x squared, and negative 2x cubed. And lastly is 3 e raised to 2x and negative 2 e raised to 4x. Sa unang equation is dalawa lang siya. So, isang beses lang natin siyang ide-derive. Sa pangalawang equation, 3. So, 2 beses ide-derive. Sa pangatlo, 3 din, 2 beses ide-derive. And sa pang-apat, 2. And isang beses lang natin siya ide-derive. So, try natin i-solve ngayon. So, alam na natin ngayon kung paano siya i-solve, diba? So, try tayo ngayon ng isang example. First, example number 1. Sin 3x and cosine 3x. Dalawang function. So, ang gagawin natin is, isang beses lang natin siyang ide-derive ngayon. Una, gawin muna natin yung determinant matrix niya. Hindi pa natin camera. Ayan. Sin 3x and cosine 3x. Bali, ilalagay muna natin siya, sin 3x and cosine 3x. Next natin gagawin is, ide-derive natin ngayon yung sin 3x and cosine 3x. Ano nga ba derivative ng sin 3x? Ang derivative ng sin 3x is 3 cosine 3x. Ang derivative ng cosine 3x ay negative 3 sine 3x. Yung sabi naman natin na ang derivative ng sine theta is cosine theta. So, cosine 3x. Then, ang derivative ng 3x is 3. So, 3 times cosine 3x is 3 cosine 3x. Next naman is, ang derivative ng cosine theta is negative sine theta. Then, ang derivative ng 3x is 3. So, negative 3 times negative sine x is negative 3 sine x. Then, na-identify na natin ngayon yung determinant matrix natin. So, ayan na. Next natin gagawin ngayon is, isasolve na natin yung value ng Wronskian. So, una, sine 3x times negative 3 sine x is, lalagyan na siya ngayon, sine 3x times negative 3 sine x, and then yung next is cosine 3x times 3 cosine 3x. Lalagyan na natin siya, minus cosine 3x times 3 cosine 3x. Next is, simplify na natin siya. So, sine x times negative 3 sine x is negative 3 sine 3x times sine 3x is sine 3x squared or sine squared 3x. So, ito na yon. Next naman is minus cosine 3x times 3 cosine 3x is 3 cosine squared 3x. Same lang siya dun sa sine x, di ba? 3. So, ito yon. Then, cosine 3 times 1 is 3. Then, cosine 3x times cosine 3x is cosine 3x squared or cosine squared 3x. Then, simplify na natin ngayon. Di ba papansin natin na pareho silang may negative 3. So, pwede natin siya ngayong ilabas. Ayan na yun. Negative 3 times etong sine 3x, sine squared 3x, and cosine squared 3x ay pwede na natin pagsamahin. Then, yung negative is gawin na natin plus kasi nailabas natin negative sign. Times sine squared 3x plus cosine squared 3x. Mapapansin natin ngayon na merong identities ang sine squared theta and cosine squared theta. Ano nga ba yon? Yun yung Pythagorean identities. Ano nga ba Pythagorean identities? Sabi dito na sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta is equal to 1. Then, so, mapapansin natin na ito yung sine squared theta natin and ito yung cosine squared theta natin. So, pwede natin siyang gawing 1 na lang mismo. Then, simplify. Negative 3 times 1 then is equal to negative 3. So, meron na tayong value ngayon ng Wronskian na negative 3. Di ba sinabi na if ang masasabi daw na linearly independent ang mga functions kapag ang value ng Wronskian nito is not equal to 0. So, makita natin na ang value ng Wronskian natin is hindi siya equal to 0 kasi negative 3 siya. Therefore, we can conclude that sine 3x and cosine 3x are linearly independent. Therefore, sine 3x and cosine 3x are linearly independent. So, ayan na, may example 1 na tayo. Then, burahin na natin. So, di ba na-solve na natin yung una example which is yung dalawang function na given. Paano ngayon kung yung given naman natin ay may tatlong function? Lipat ko lang camera. Pasensya na sa palipat-lipat na camera kasi limited lang space na meron ako. So, try natin ngayon. Ayan, halimbawa yan, tatlong given na equation, ay na function. So, e raised to t, e raised to negative 2t, and e raised to 3. So, tatlong function ngayon yan. Ito yung 1, f sub 1, f sub 2, and f sub 3. Ilang beses natin siya ngayong i-derive? Dalawang beses lang kasi nga n minus 1 derivative, diba? So, 3 minus 1 is 2. After nating ma-identify kung ilang beses natin siya i-derive, next is, gagawin na natin ngayon yung determinant matrix. Ito yon. Lalagay natin siya lahat. Then, input natin yung e raised to t, e raised to negative 2t, and e raised to 3. I-derive natin siya ngayon. Ano ang derivative ng e raised to t is e raised to t times 1. Ang derivative ng e raised to negative 2t is negative 2 times e raised to negative 2t. Ang derivative ng e raised to 3 is 3 times e raised to 3t. Next, ano yung second derivative nila? Yan. Second derivative is e raised to t times 1 which is e raised to t. Ito naman is e raised to negative 2 e raised to negative 2t times negative 2 which is 4 e raised to negative 2t, and 3 e raised to t 3 times 3 which is 9 e raised to 3t. Yung etong 3t is, di ba, ang derivative ng 3t is 3 lang, kaya ito siya. Then, i-copy natin ngayon. Ilalagay natin. Ayan. Lipat ko lang ulit. Ayan. Kakopy lang natin. So, ayan. Meron na tayo ngayong determinant matrix. Anong next natin gagawin? So, pwede na nating isolve yung value ng Wronskian. So, lalagay natin ngayon. Ano yung una? Ito. Ay, palitin natin. Ano una? Ito, and ito. Lagay natin siya. Yan. E raised to t times 2 e raised to negative 2t times 9 e raised to 3. Next naman is, etong equation na to, ito, then ito. So, lalagay natin arrow. Yan. Plus e raised to negative 2t times 3 e raised to 3t times e raised to t. And yung pangatlo is etong e raised to 3t, e raised to t, and 4 e raised to negative 2t. Lalagay natin siya. Then, ayan. Oops. So, meron na tayo ngayon yung tatlong equation na yung pababa. Next naman natin is yung equation naman na yung paganto naman na pataas. Clear muna natin. Yan. Next. Next natin is eto. E raised to t e raised to t times negative 2 e raised to negative 2t times e raised to 3t. Lagay natin. Ayan. Ayan siya ngayon. E raised to 2. Ayan. Then, next natin is etong 4 times e raised to negative 2t, 3 times e raised to 3t, and e raised to t. Ito siya. Ayan. Lalagay natin minus 4 e raised to negative 2t times 3 e raised to 3t times e raised to t. Next naman natin, ayan, etong 9 e raised to 3t, e raised to t, and e raised to negative 2t. Lalagay natin. So, nailagay na natin ngayon lahat ng equation na meron. After nating mailagay lahat ng function na meron dito kasama yung mga derivative nila, is pwede na natin ngayon itong i-simplify. Burahin ko lang lahat. Sangat natin. Ayan. Una is, eto. I-simplify natin siya. Ayan. Negative 18, e raised to t times negative 2, e raised to negative 2t times 9, e raised to 3 is negative 18, e raised to 2t. Bakit ang nakuha natin ay negative 18 e raised to 2t? So, di ba, una natin is, eto may 1 to, may value ng 1, may value ng negative 2 and 9. So, 1 times negative 2 times 9 is negative 18. Bakit ang nilagay natin is e raised to 2t? Sabi sa rules ng exponent is, halimbawa, x raised to m times y raised to n is x raised to xy, ay hindi pala, halimbawa, xm times xn is xm plus n. Yung m plus n is yung exponent. So, ang gagawin natin is 3t plus negative 2t plus t is 3 plus 1 is 4 minus 2 is 2. Same process lang siya sa mga equation na to. So, tuloy natin. E raised to 2t times 3 e raised to 3t times e raised to t is positive 3 e raised to 2t. Next is plus e raised to 3t times e raised to t times 4 e raised to negative 2t is 4 e raised to 2t. So, yung next naman yung pababa. Minus minus e raised to t times negative e raised to negative 2t times e raised to 3t is negative 2 e raised to 2t. Negative 4 ay minus 4 times e raised to negative 2t times 3 e raised to 3t times e raised to t is negative 12 e raised to 2t. And lastly, yung minus 9 e raised to 3t times e raised to t times e raised to 2t is 9 e raised to 2t. So meron na tayong nakuha na ito. Next natin gagawin is co-combine like terms na natin. Mapapansin natin na lahat sila ay may exponent na 2t. So similar silang lahat. So simplify na natin. Negative 18 plus 3 plus 4. Itong negative and negative is positive. So, plus 2 minus 12 minus 9. Bali, ang makukuha na natin ngayon dyan ay so, negative 30 e raised to 2t. So, meron na tayong value ng Wronskian niya. Masasabi natin ngayon na ang value ng Wronskian natin ay hindi siya equal to 0. So, if the value of the Wronskian is not equal to 0, therefore, the functions e raised to t, e raised to negative 2t, and e raised to 3 are linearly independent function. So, ang value natin di ba is negative 30 e raised to 2t. So, linearly independent siya kasi nga ang value ay hindi equal to 0. Bale, magsesend na lang ako ng copy na itong PowerPoint presentation na ginawa ko para meron tayong ma-review for the upcoming finals. Yun lang. Salamat.
So, let's proceed sa next example namin. Example number 3. Yung given dito is x, 3x squared, and 2x cubed. So, paano gagawin natin? Diba? Sulat lang natin yung formula. So, w, open parenthesis x, 3x squared, and negative 2x cubed. Tapos, gawa tayo ng matrix. So, gawa tayo ng dalawang line. Tapos, copy lang natin yung given. Lagay natin siya sa first row. So, ngayon, sulat natin yung x, 3x squared, and lastly yung negative 2x cubed. So, next step after nyan, kunin natin yung first derivative ni x. So, ang derivative ni x is 1. Tapos, derivative ni 3x squared is 3 times 2, 6. Tapos, copy lang natin si x. So, 6x. Tapos, first derivative ni negative 2x cubed is negative 2 multiplied by 3 is equals to negative 6x. Tapos, 3 minus 1 is equals to 2. So, 6x. Negative 6x squared. So, ngayon, kunin natin yung second derivative. Ang derivative ni 1 is 0. Derivative ni 6x is 6 na lang. Tapos, derivative ni negative 6x squared ay negative 6 multiplied by 2 is equals to negative 12x. So, ngayon, nakuha na natin yung buong matrix natin. So, kung naalala nyo yung tinuro sa atin ni Sir Riv nun, para hindi tayo malito sa pagsasolve ng matrix, copy lang natin yung first two columns. So, yun yung column ni x and ni 3x squared. Lagay natin yun sa right side. So, gawa ulit tayo ng bagong line. Copy natin si x, then 3x squared. Tapos, copy din natin yung first derivative nilang dalawa, which is 1 and 6x. Then yung second derivative na 0 and 6. After nyan, pwede na natin kunin yung mga pababa. Di ba pagka pababa, diagonal na pababa, puro plus siya, bali positive. So, una, x multiplied by 6x and multiplied by negative 12x. Tapos plus, yung pangalawa, 3x squared multiplied by negative 6x squared multiplied by 0. Tapos yung pangatlo, plus ulit, negative 2x cubed multiplied by 1 multiplied by 6. So ngayon, doon naman tayo magsisimula sa baba. Pataas naman. So minus na yung magiging sign natin. So minus 0 multiplied by 6x multiplied by 2x cubed. Next is minus ulit 6 multiplied by negative 6x squared multiplied by x. Lastly, yung sa kahit negative 12x. So minus quantity negative 12x multiplied by 1 multiplied by 3x squared. So ngayon pwede na natin siyang i-compute. So x multiplied by 6x multiplied by negative 12x is equals to negative 72x cubed plus 3x squared multiplied by negative 6x squared multiplied by 0 is 0. So plus 0 lang yon. Plus ulit negative 2x cubed multiplied by 1 then multiplied by 6 is equals to negative 12x cubed. So ngayon minus na tayo. Minus 0 multiplied by 6x. So 0 na yan. So minus 0 na lang yung lagay natin. Minus ulit 6 multiplied by negative 6x squared multiplied by x is equals to positive 36x squared. Naging positive kasi negative multiplied by negative is positive. So ngayon minus negative 12x multiplied by 1 multiplied by 3x squared. So negative times negative ulit. So plus na ulit siya. Plus 36x cubed. Ngayon pagsasama-samahin na lang natin siya. 72x cubed minus 12x cubed plus 36x cubed plus 36x cubed will give us an answer of negative 12x cubed. So yun na yung final answer natin. Di ba? Madali lang siyang isolve kasi may basic knowledge na tayo about sa matrix. And syempre kahit wala tayo alam sa matrix, konting research lang, sure na matututunan na natin to. So that's all for this example. So next example na tayo. Example number 4. Ang given dito ay 3e raised to 2x and negative 2e raised to 4x. So sulat na natin ngayon yung formula, which is w multiplied by 3e raised to 2x and negative 2e raised to 4x. So gawa ulit tayo ng matrix. Sulat lang tayo ng dalawang line. Copy lang natin yung given. So 3e raised to 2x and negative 2e raised to 4x. Tapos ngayon, kaya natin first derivative ni 3e raised to 2x. 3e multiplied by 2 is equals to 6e. Copy lang natin yung exponent niya. So 6e raised to 2x. Same with negative 2e raised to 4x. Negative 2 multiplied by 4 is equals to negative 8. Tapos copy na lang natin yung base and yung exponent. So meron tayong 8e raised to 4x. After nyan, pwede na natin kunin yung diagonal downwards and yung diagonal upwards. So is equals to 3e raised to 2x minus multiplied by negative 8e raised to 4x. Tapos minus yung sign natin kasi pataas na agad. Bali dalawa lang yung isa-solve natin ay dito. 6 minus 6e raised to 2x multiplied by negative 2e raised to 4x. Tapos, solve na natin siya. 3e raised to 2x multiplied by negative 8e raised to 4x is equals to negative 24e raised to 6x minus 6e raised to 2x multiplied by negative 2e raised to 4x is equals to negative 12e 6x. Negative 24e raised to 6x minus parenthesis negative 12e raised to 6x. So, negative multiplied by negative, magiging plus na yan. So, negative 24e raised to 6x plus 12e raised to 6x is equals to negative 12e raised to 6x. So, yan yung ulit yung final answer natin. Bali, pagka dalawa lang yung given na equation sa atin, mas madali yung magiging pagsosolve natin kasi dalawang column tsaka dalawang row lang yung gagamitin natin. Para lang tayo nagko-cross multiply ngayon dito. Yun lang, that's all for our discussion siguro. Ewan ko na lang yung kapartner ko na si Christian kung may i-add pa na ibang topics, na ibang discussions. Yun lang, thank you.